saw the Tank fight. Good fight, Tank. Solid opponent, but he ain't me. So don't you ever fucking say my name ever again, because I guarantee I'll smash you, and I guarantee Floyd and Leonard Ellaby and none of them niggas ain't gonna let you close to me. So don't fucking talk. Don't say my name ever again, because I will fucking knock you out, little boy.
Wow. Those are the words of Regis Prograis as he lays down the law and of Tank Davis. He congratulates Tank briefly as Tank does stop Mario Barrios in round number 11 with a body shot, vicious knockout, very impressive. And Regis Prograis warns, as you can hear, warns Gervonte Tank Davis, like, hey, your handlers are not going to let you near me, so please don't even say my name again, because I will beat you know what, little boy. Let me counterpunch. Gervonte Tank Davis is very exciting. He's an exciting, very fast, quick, smaller fighter, shorter guy. He's compact. That's why his name is Tank. I get it. My only problem with Tank is that like he said, he's a team player. So since he's a team player, he likes to do whatever his team tells him to do. He goes along with whatever the fights they have, for him. He's down for. He's like really, as of now, he's a guy that pretty much fights who they put in front of him, and that's how it is now, and that's how it's going to be. But there's another side to Tank. Make no mistake about it. There's a dark side to Tank. There's a side that wants to roam around. He wants some walking around money. This guy wants to do the things that he wants to do. And he showed people how he really felt. I know he's just, he's glad to be fighting. He's on pay-per-view, so they're building him to be a star. But then Tank, he has this other side, and you can tell because the things that he says on Twitter, he talks a lot of this. He talks a lot. And then in fact, he talks a little too much. If he knows that his handlers won't let him go near these guys, why would you talk? That's my only problem with Tank. Yes, you can't fight who you want to. I get it. Okay. Showtime, Fox, PBC, that, with TMT money promotion, that you're going to fight who they tell you to fight. No ifs, ands, buts. But if you're doing that, don't bark across the fence knowing you can't go over there. You can't go over and play. Because at the end of the day, these guys that are in the game of boxing, they don't really like to talk and not back it up. Especially like guys like Regis Prograis. Guys like Regis Prograis, he will fight whoever. He's not a part of a huge promotional company. So those fights can happen. But it just shows you how Mayweather wants to carry Tank, like he wanted to be carried himself. I know what Floyd's doing. But him calling out people like Lomachenko and, and saying these things about the Charlos and then his quarrels with a lot of people. And it's just really unnecessary because when you do hear him talk and the way he promotes and the things that he wants to do, it doesn't even seem like he would talk that type of shit on social media. Because it's really no need for it, because all it does, it makes you somebody that you're not. You know what I'm saying? It makes you somebody that talks but not really back it up. That's not the person that you want to portray. The person you want to portray is the person you were last night. The guy that you allow your handlers, your people that are over you to handle your fights. So why do you think he didn't call anybody out? He didn't call anybody out. He didn't mention no one. He's like, hey, I'm a team player. I fight whoever my team wants me to fight. That's how it's going to be. That's how it is. Okay, so in that regard, if that's what you're going to do and that's what you're about, please don't talk about somebody like Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor. Don't even mention these guys because you're not allowed to fight these guys. Those guys are off limits to you. You fight whoever they tell you to fight. I like Tank Davis. I like the way he fights. He's very exciting. I would love for him to get in there with him, but of course he hasn't came out on his own and wanted to do what he wanted to, and when he did, they made him pay for it. When he starts subliminally saying things about people that he worked for, that's how they put him in suspension. So now he knows like to kind of shut up, but that doesn't stop him from getting a little friendly on social media. My advice to Gervonte Tank Davis, if you're not going to put up, shut up. Because guys like Regis Prograis, they're about that business. That's why he's telling you, yo, shut up if you're not going to fight me. It makes no sense. You're just capping. Lomachenko, the same thing. Okay, those type of dudes, Floyd knows he's not going to put you in there because he still wants to build you. He wants to build your resume. He wants to carry you. He wants to get you paid, and he wants to compete with everybody else without competing with them by fighting them. If that makes sense. It's a way to do things. You know, it's the Al Heyman way. You don't have to fight a guy to compete with him. You don't have to be you don't have to fight a guy to be their rivals. That's how it is these days in the sport of boxing. It's the sport that I love, that I hate so much for that reason. But Regis Prograis did go off on him, and he's done that a lot of times. But Regis Prograis will get it on. He's about that business. And here's the deal. That is the guy that I would love to see him fight, but will we ever see it? Probably not. Because, of course, we're dealing with people that don't really like to get the best fights going. You know, Floyd. No, we're not going to do that, Tank. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do at the end of the day, we're going to build you. We're going to build your brand, and this is what's going to be. But, of course, Regis Prograis ain't having that noise. So it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.